الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستهديه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا. الحمد لله غافر الذنب وقابل التوب شديد العقاب ذي الطول لا إله إلا هو وإليه المصير. اللهم لك الحمد يا من لم تتخذ ولدا ولم يكن لك شريك في الملك ولم يكن لك ولي من الذل والله أكبر كبيرا. الحمد لله الذي خلق السماوات والأرض وجعل الظلمات والنور ثم الذين كفروا بربهم يعدلون. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله الأحد الفرد الصمد الذي لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. مالك الملك يؤتي الملك من يشاء وينزع الملك ممن يشاء، يعز من يشاء ويذل من يشاء، بيده الخير وهو على كل شيء قدير. يولج الليل في النهار ويولج النهار في الليل ويخرج الحي من الميت ويخرج الميت من الحي ويرزق من يشاء بغير حساب. سبح له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض وهو العزيز الحكيم. له ملك السماوات والأرض يحيي ويميت وهو على كل شيء قدير. هو الأول والآخر والظاهر والباطن وهو بكل شيء عليم. وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله بلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة وجاهد في الله حق جهاده حتى أتاه اليقين. تركنا على المحجة البيضاء ليلها كنهارها لا يزيغ عنها إلا هالك. شرح الله له صدره ورفع له ذكره ووضع عنه وزره وأعلمه أن مع العسر يسرا وأمره أن إذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب. عباد الله، أوصيكم ونفسي مقصرة بتقوى الله وأحذركم ونفسي من عصيانه ومخالفة أمره لزوما لقوله الحق تبارك وتعالى في كتابه الكريم: يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. وكذلك في قول الحق تبارك وتعالى: يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. اتقوا الله فإنه من لا يتقي ربه فإن له معيشة ضنكا ويحشر يوم القيامة أعمى فيقول: ربي لم حشرتني أعمى وقد كنت بصيرا. فيقال: كذلك أتتك آياتنا فنسيتها وكذلك اليوم تنسى. My dear brothers and sisters, my dearest children, I began by praising Allah Azza wa Jal, the one whom we praise and the one whom we ask for help and forgiveness. And I seek refuge by Allah from the evil of myself and the evil of my deeds. Whomsoever Allah guides, none will be able to misguide. And whomsoever Allah allowed to be misguided, none will be able to guide. I praised Allah Azza wa Jal for not having a son or having an associate or having a partner. And I glorified Him as He commanded us to do so in the Quran. I praised Him for not having, and I bear witness that there is no God worthy the worshipping except Allah, the One, the sufficient Master. He begots not, nor He was begotten, and there is none who equal nor comparable unto Him. He is the owner of all the ownerships. He gives the ownerships to whomever He wishes, and He strips it from whomever He wishes. He emerges the day in the night. He emerges the day in the night and the night in the day, and take the dead out of the life and the life out of the dead. And He has the ultimate sovereignty to do whatever He wishes in the skies and on the earth. And I bear witness that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is the last and the final messenger of Allah. He sent him to us with the message of Islam, and he struggled so hard and exercised jihad in the true meanings of jihad to ensure that what we have today in our hands is the last and the final message from Allah. Allah raised his profile and relieved him from his burden, and gave him a glad tiding, and expanded for him his chest, and gave him a glad tiding that indeed with difficulties comes ease. Indeed with difficulties comes ease. And he commanded him to stand between the hands of Allah Azza wa Jal in the darkness of the night to deal with the difficulties and challenges of this dunya. My brothers and sisters, my dearest children, I began by encouraging you and myself first of all to fulfill the commands of Allah. And I warned you and myself first of all from disobeying Him, according to Him telling us in the Quran, O you who believe, fear Allah the way He should be feared, and do not accept in the state of Islam. And for Him also telling us in the Quran, O mankind, fear your Lord, the one who created you from one soul and created its mate from it, and created from them so many men and women. And fear your Lord, by whose name you demand your mutual rights from one another. And fear your Lord, by observing the right to fear of blood tie relatives, your rahim. Fear your Lord, as those who do not fear Allah would live a miserable life, and would be resurrected blind in the hereafter. And when they cry and complain, why are we resurrected blind when we used to see in our life? The answer simply comes to them that the ayat of Allah came unto you and you ignored it, and that's why you will be ignored. My dear brothers and sisters, my dearest children, indeed we are in this beautiful time of the year where we are seeing changes in the environment around us. We're seeing the leaves turning color. We're seeing the different beautiful images of the dunya around us to remind us about the power and ability of Allah. إن في خلق السماوات والأرض واختلاف الليل والنهار والفلك التي تجري في البحر بما ينفع الناس وأنزل الله من السماء من ماء فأحيا به الأرض بعد موتها. Indeed, all those are signs of reflection, the alternation of the day and night, and the ability and the wind that Allah Azza wa Jal sends to move the ships on the sea are all, and the water that comes from the sky are all signs of reflection. Allah wants us to be mindful and reflective in our life, as He also included that in Surah Al-Imran, إن في خلق السماوات واختلاف الليل والنهار لآيات للألباب. Indeed, to those who reflect and contemplate, these are all indeed ayat, signs of reflection. And this is what the mu'min would be all the time, reflective and always alert and vigilant to be able to see and allow these different signs around him or her to help him to become closer to Allah Azza wa Jal. Along with the changes, beautiful changes we see in the nature around us, we're also mindful that it is also a time of celebration at the end of this month in this society. And one needs to be careful on how we need to approach this issue, because the idea here is not to give a verdict, halal, haram, should or should not, but we wanted to pass beyond this point and become more mature and responsible in the way we deal with the changes around us in the society we're seeing. And at the same time, I need to put some heaviness and responsibility on the shoulders of the parents and the imams in the community. We know for a fact that there is a celebration that is coming up at the end of this month, by which people dress up in a certain way, by which people go out and celebrate and quote unquote enjoy their time. And we know that children in particular, in our community more specifically, think of this as a chance for them to be able to go out and collect candy as much as they can in the night. Some of them come back with a bag full of candy. Some of them come with more than one bag, and they think they have got a deal out of this. And from the past, I used not to contemplate and reflect on the origin of this occasion, but I think I did some search to endorse what I have been hearing about the origin of this occasion. It's first of all an occasion that's been taken advantage of by the business by the business population. It is a multi-billion business enterprise, and especially in the US, where $7 billion are spent in this occasion into buying costumes and buying different other issues associated and involved in this occasion. But what is important to be mindful and aware of, that this is a mixed celebration between the Christian faith, the rise of All Saints, or the pagan celebration at the end of the summer and the beginning of the fall, where they mix the two together and come up with something that could be celebrated and help people to enjoy their time. Now here comes what we need to be aware and vigilant about. When we allow our children to live in this society, and alhamdulillah, we are living in a beautiful country. Canada is not a melting pot. You're not expected to come here and take off your cultural values and your religious values and wear something different as it could be in other parts of the world. No. Alhamdulillah, we're living in a country where it embraces multiculturalism, multi-faith. And this is considered to be the strength of our country and our society. And the question comes here, as a diverse community come from different parts of the world, have one religion and one faith. What is our contribution to the fabric and to the mosaic fabric of the society in which we're living in? What are we giving as a result of the welcoming we have by coming to this part of the world? What our contribution as an ummah أخرجت للناس تأمرون بالمعروف وتنهون عن المنكر? What is our role and responsibility towards the different things that are happening around us, whether it is the celebration at the end of this month or the celebration at the end of the year, or whether it is to the different changes that pops up once in a while around us regarding different practices that are happening in the society in which we're living in. We're not being just, my brothers and sisters, my dear children, if we were to say that we need to go with the flow. Let us enjoy our life, and let us not be difficult, and let us not be from those who try to change the lifestyle and the culture of those who are around us. And we said clearly, we're not here as Muslims to change the culture of those people who are doing certain practices in their life. But brother, we are here to represent our deen and faith and values as an alternative way of living. You like it, you accept it, you enjoy it, you get the success of the dunya and the winning in the akhirah by the will of Allah Azza wa Jal. You don't choose it, and this is your personal choice, then لا إكراه في الدين قد تغير الرشد من الغي. No compulsion in the faith to those who recognize between the falsehood and the truthhood. So for me as a Muslim, growing up in this country, and I need to primarily speak now to the young brothers and sisters who would think of this as an occasion, that I could have fun, enjoy my time, and after all, there is nothing wrong with dressing up and eating candy or sharing candy with others. Is this not what we do in our Eid celebrations? We give away candy, we give away food, we enjoy the company of others, we celebrate with each other the occasion of Eid. There is nothing wrong in Islam in enjoying the gatherings and the social activities and sharing food with each other, and at the same time be able to connect and have a relief once in a while. As a matter of the fact, we go excessive in our sharing of the food in our occasions and holidays. This should not be the case of how we evaluate occasions, because decorations are beautiful. No one can deny that. And if you tell your children, no, you should not be celebrating this occasion, or you should not be decorating, we should not be decorating because decorations are haram. Where do you get this from? قُلْ مَنْ حَرَّمَ زِينَةَ اللَّهِ الَّتِي أَخْرَجَ لِعِبَادِهِ وَالطَّيِّبَاتِ مِنَ الرِّزْقِ قُلْ لِلَّذِينَ آمَنُوا فِي الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا خَالِصَةً يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ. There's nothing wrong with enjoying the attractions of this dunya. But rather, you need to help our children and ourselves, even as adults, to tune our aqidah and be more rooted in our values. Allah Azza wa Jal condemned Bani Israel in Surah Al-Jumu'ah. مثل الذين حملوا التوراة ثم لم يحملوها كمثل الحمار يحمل أسفارا بئس مثل القوم الذين كذبوا بآيات الله والله لا يهدي القوم الظالمين. قل يا أيها الذين هادوا إن زعمتم أنكم أولياء لله من دون الناس فتمنوا الموت إن كنتم صادقين ولن يتمنوا أبدا بما قدمت أيديهم والله عليم بالظالمين. Allah says in a beautiful chapter that is titled by Yawm al-Jum'ah, which is the day we're enjoying, لقد من الله على المؤمنين إذ بعث فيهم رسولا منهم يتلو عليهم آياته ويزكيهم ويعلمهم الكتاب والحكمة وإن كانوا من قبل لفي ضلال مبين وآخرين منهم لما يلحقوا بهم وهو العزيز الحكيم. Allah Azza wa Jal have given a big favor to this ummah that He have sent to them from among them a prophet who would teach them al-kitab wal-hikmah, teach them the book, the Quran, and the hikmah, the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, وَيُزَكِّيهِمْ, to purify them. And this is a very important issue that we need to be mindful and aware of. قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ زَكَّاهَا وَقَدْ خَابَ مَنْ دَسَّاهَا. Success indeed to the person who purifies him or herself, and Allah indeed is the person who does not do so. So we need to be mindful that Allah have chosen us, have blessed us, that He have sent to us a prophet. And in the context of these ayat, it does not speak only about sending a prophet to the Arabians in the Arabian Peninsula, but rather وَآخَرِينَ مِنْهُمْ لَمَّا يَلْحَقُوا بِهِمْ, referring to those who come from other cultural backgrounds, which was the case in the history of Islam, where the contribution of the Muslims, scholars who came from non-Arab origins was more than the contribution of the Sahaba and those of Arab origins to the deen of Allah Azza wa Jalla. وَآخَرِينَ مِنْهُمْ لَمَّا يَلْحَقُوا بِهِمْ وَذَلِكَ فَضْلُ اللَّهِ يُؤْتِيهِ مَن يَشَاءُ وَاللَّهُ ذُو الْفَضْلِ الْعَظِيمِ. And then Allah Azza wa Jalla, after alerting us, after He addressed us as being recognized and blessed and chosen to be from the followers of the last and the final message of Allah Azza wa Jalla, after being recognized as people who are being honored to carry this message, Allah warns us not to fall the trap of those who came before us, mainly the Bani Israel. مثل الذين حملوا التوراة ثم لم يحملوها. Those who have carried the Torah, but they did not carry it. حملوا, they were given the Torah, they were given promises, their covenants were taken from them, but rather they did not carry it. They only memorized it. They only had it in their mind and did not allow the knowledge of the Torah to reflect on their life. Does that sound familiar to what we see now in the Muslim Ummah? Indeed. How many people memorize the Quran? How many people in their outside appearance look like practicing individuals? A lot. We're proud to see our children coming to the masajid, and we're seeing contests around the globe taking place about the memorization of the Quran, and we see people reciting Quran and reciting the verses backward and forward, and jumping from one place and to another place, and recite and giving the verse number and the page number and giving different things. Well, what's the point of that? What is the point of that when the person who's carrying the Quran does not understand what the Quran is saying to him or her in his or her life? مثل الذين حملوا التوراة ثم لم يحملوها. Those who were given the Torah but did not carry it. كمثل الحمار. Understood? No need to translate. كمثل الحمار, a donkey. A donkey is a donkey, an animal that is known to be low in the intelligence among other animals. Allah Azza wa Jalla have given an example to a donkey carrying so many books, as far huge books with a lot of knowledge. Would that make any difference to the value of the donkey? No, nothing. No changes. A donkey is a donkey. An animal Allah created to do a certain job of carrying heavy articles from one location to another. That's about it. No matter if it is carrying knowledge or books, or it is carrying something different, it's irrelevant to the donkey. Allah is saying to us, do not be like those who were honored, chosen, who were giving the knowledge, but yet they abstained and they failed to live that knowledge in their life and to pass it on to others around them. Muhammad, Umar, Khadija, Fatima, waking up to reality. Allah has blessed you to live in a very beautiful country, in one of the highest standard of living, a quality of education, a quality of healthcare, a quality of different things that will make you able to achieve and exceed in your life. This is not the case with other Muslims in other parts of the world where people are struggling to meet the end needs of their life. They're unable to meet the needs of their food and shelter and treatment. Take advantage of the ni'am of Allah Azza wa Jal onto you. Be rooted in your deen. Get to understand who you are. Represent yourself as a da'i to the deen of Allah Azza wa Jal by your actions in life. It's irrelevant for me to say, well, we can cut corners and say there's nothing wrong really with going outside and enjoying, collecting candy. Well, why do we need to do that? What message are we sending to people around us when we are engaged into the same activities they're engaged in? You're not sending any message. The only thing you're sending to them is more or whatever names that we have adjusted is having fun with us and we're going together. This is it. My brothers and sisters, parents, wake up to the reality. You need to wake up. It is your responsibility. It is your responsibility as a guardian to ensure that your children are integrated in their faith. It is your responsibility to ensure that they are going to be dua scholars in this dunya, in this society, to invite others to the deen of Allah Azza wa Jalla. And this could not happen if you do not exercise your role as a ra'i to Allah, to your children. كلكم راع وكلكم مسؤول عن رعيته. And be mindful of a نار وقودها الناس والحجارة. Be mindful of a fire which fuel is man and stone that أعدت to those that has appointed angels who flinch not from executing the commands of Allah Azza wa Jalla, and they precisely do what they're commanded. يا أيها الذين آمنوا قوا أنفسكم وأهليكم نارا. Be protective to hellfire. You have a responsibility. You need to first of all live your deen yourself with your spouse and spill that out into your children. You need to spend your time, your money, and efforts to ensure that your children are living the deen of Allah Azza wa Jal. You need to help them be able to understand how to be proud of themselves in this very difficult environment, an Islamophobic environment where Islam is always being attacked. We need to help them combat this fear inside them and deal with these feelings that comes to their mind as they're trying to belong to the mainstream, as they're trying to live their life with the rest of the kids around them. But at the same time, they're struggling with maintaining their identity as Muslimin. Don't expect them as children to be able to do that on their own. Don't expect them to be able to do that. They need your help. And if you're unable to help them, seek out for help. There are so many challenges around us. We're seeing our children right now using drugs, and as a result of that, taking the keys of the car of their parents and going outside and get into accident that could be fatal to their life or life of others around them. We're seeing children struggling with their identity as a man or as a woman. These are all things, reality things. We're not talking about theoretical issues. These are issues that our children are struggling with. how are we able to help them out with these issues? If we say to them, well, there's nothing wrong with losing up, enjoying your life, and going out and having fun. No, there is a lot of wrong in doing this. We need to be firm, we need to be rooted. We need to say, yes, we're going to be enjoying what is halal and forbidding what is haram. If it's a matter of thanking Allah Azza wa Jal for His gracious bounties and providing the vegetations for us, if it is curving a pumpkin and putting the different shapes that are customary within our culture as Muslimin, and putting a candle inside it as we used to do our children in Ramadan, nothing is wrong with that. If it is decorating our homes in the day of Eid or other Islamic occasions so that we feel the joy and they feel the happiness, if we treat them lavishly in the days of our holidays so that we can say to them we have an alternative, there's nothing wrong with that. But there's a lot of wrong of letting them on their own figure out how to be able to survive in a very influential environment that is unfortunately very negative. وأقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله ولكم فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستهديه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور انفسنا وسيئات اعمالنا من يهده الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا. ان الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا ايها الذين امنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى ال محمد كما صليت على ابراهيم وعلى ال ابراهيم وبارك اللهم على محمد وعلى ال محمد كما باركت على ابراهيم في العالمين انك حميد مجيد. اللهم انا عبيدك ابناء عبيدك ابناء امائك نواصينا يا رب في يدك ماض فينا حكمك عدل فينا قضاؤك. نسألك اللهم بكل اسم هو لك سميت به نفسك أنزلته في كتابك أو علمته أحدا من خلقك أو استأثرت به في علم الغيب عندك لأن تجعل القرآن العظيم ربيع قلوبنا يا رب اجعله جلاء لهمومنا وأحزاننا يا رب العالمين. اللهم إنا استودعناك أبناءنا وبنياتنا اللهم إنك خير حافظا. اللهم نسألك برحمتك نسألك بقدرتك نسألك بجلالك يا ذا الجلال والإكرام احفظ أبناءنا وبناتنا يا رب العالمين. اللهم هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما. ربي أوزعني نشكر نعمتك التي أنعمت علي وعلى والدي وأن أعمل صالحا ترضاه وأصلح لي في ذريتي إني تبت إليك وإنني من المسلمين. يا رب نشكو إليك حالنا يا رب العالمين. اللهم إن حالنا لا يخفى عليك. اللهم إنك ناصر دينك ناصره. اللهم اجعلنا سببا لنصرة دينك. اللهم سخرنا لطاعتك استخدمنا لمرضاتك. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وأقم الصلاة.